kind of we stay static the way we are, and those habits stay with us for the rest of our lives. And that rigid personality Bhagavad talked about, so that's where we're not malleable, we don't change to the things we're understanding, learning, we know these things right, but we don't change. And not afraid of committing kareh, so that was Bhagavad talking about, if we get a scar of sin on us, that goes with us. And even in the Hukamnama, by Daag, Dosh, Mohe Chalya Lai, Dargah Baisana Nahi Jai. Guruji says, by the Daag, Dosh, when we do Paap, it stays, it's like white cloth, you stain it, or stain it, and he says that goes with, Guruji says that goes with you to the next world, and they say, they see the stain, and they say, you know, Berni Dinat can't stay here. So you have to come back into a rebirth. So that fear of that, Guruji's got a system, he tells us what Theek, what's wrong. And Kevari, you know, I mean, I hear those kind of debates about, you know, free people, everyone feeling that they're free and they can make their own decisions and all that. No, all of those things. I think I read a book for the kids. It's called, you know, it's Setting Boundaries. The book was, and it's just the fact that every kid needs a boundary. There's no such thing as raising your children and saying, you know, I'm going to let them be free and do their thing. Children need boundaries. It's very simple. And human beings need boundaries. Otherwise, all the turmoil that we're seeing in the world, that's what that is. There's alleged boundaries, but no one follows them. But so as we grow up, the Guru's saying we need boundaries too. And the boundary is the Guru's knowledge. And staying inside of that boundary, happiness is all there. We step outside the boundary, it might look like it's happiness, but eventually that happiness, Guruji says, turns itself into a dukh, into a sadness. So, and not appreciating the Guru's love, the Guru has two-way love. Well, not two-way love, but when we love something worldly, what it tends to be is we love that thing so much, and Guruji says, when you touch it, it's a smoke. You know, if you see from a distance, Guruji uses a metaphor. He says, if you see smoke and clouds from a distance, sometimes, I don't know if you look at the sky, sometimes you see the clouds, sometimes if you look from a distance, it looks like they're mountains. And Guruji says, sometimes you see smoke and it looks like that. He says, when you touch it, it's not a mountain, it's smoke. And it's the same as this thing, the thing that we're loving, eventually that thing's going to just die, it's going to finish. And then we're going to keep saying, it's not tangible anymore, where's it gone? But the Guru's love isn't like that. If whatever you do towards the Guru, it comes back in multitudes back. And then we went over these questions, so whether we were gathering false breaths, forgetting about death, what our Guru perception is of us, so effectively questions around those topics. Now, this week's lesson is on, I can't do justice to this topic within one lesson. The Naam is all the way through Gurbani. Every single, it's very, if we evaluate all of the, virtually every Shabad, it's about Naam. All Shabad, I said virtually, I said that, but it's not. Every Shabad is about Naam. So we can't put this into half an hour or 20 minutes or something. But it's important that this topic and this subject, we understand it, because I think I've mentioned it a few times now. Jira apna Sikhi da framework or kind of outline we've put of Sikhi, this thing's gone missing from it. If you look at the majority, when we say, actually we're going to be a Sikh, okay, well, if you say, what are the 5 things I've got to do to become a Sikh? Well, we normally say, I've got to stop cutting my hair, stop eating meat, I do this, do that. No one ever says, Naam datke jabna pehna. You have to do loads of Simran. No one says that. It's always like, I have to do this, do this, do this. And there, if you look at our red, the Rath that the Guru's given us, that's essential too. But that Rath है here to make you into that Sant Sipai. Guru gave us those Raths. Case rakhne and dastar theek that you need when you do Simran, you need case. Anyone, if you read Bani as well, that the case start doing meditation. The hair that you got, it starts vibrating. When that vibrates, your Nam, the Shakti goes bigger. Because so that's why you're not supposed to do anything to it. It's because it vibrates. Now, if you have an inside feeling of like where you can't explain it, what happens is your hair stand up. Because your cells start doing Simran, you know? And that's why that's important. We wear the star. Guruji does two things. One is he gave us kingship, he made us royalty. But the second thing is, from a distance, Guruji says, I don't want anyone to ever deny that you're Gursikh. Because that's what happened with Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji in Delhi when they said, when they did the execution of Guruji, they said, the Muslims said, whoever's Guru this is, come and take it. And no one stood up. So Guruji says because you couldn't tell, Hindu karasi, Musliman karasi, you couldn't tell. So there was identity is essential for us. Qurban, all that. But if we start going all these, if you say this, when we go through the Gurbani, what Guruji is saying, it should be very clear to everyone at the end of that. It should be very clear what Guruji is really putting at the top. And Tiga, Surup Rakhana, all those other things, Bani, Rath Rakhni, all those things are absolutely essential. They become the pot to hold something. They're not the thing. They're the pot to hold something. And that's the difference. So we start here. The naam to begar. Jini aisa har naam na cheteo se kahe jag aaye Ram Raje. And Guruji, in Asakivar, Guruji is asking us, those who have not kept the Lord's name in their consciousness, why did they bother coming to the world? Guruji is asking us that question. ਇਹ ਮਾਨਸ ਜਨਮ ਦੁਲੰਭ ਹੈ ਨਾਮ ਬਿਨਾ ਬਿਰਥਾ ਸਭ ਜਾਏ ਹੁਣ ਵੱਤੈ ਹਰ ਨਾਮ ਨਾ ਬੀਜਿਓ ਅੱਗੇ ਭੁੱਖਾ ਕਿਆ ਖਾਏ ਮਨ ਮੁਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਜਨਮ ਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਹਰ ਪਾਏ. Oh, sorry. Was I doing that without a projector? It's good that, isn't it? What Guruji is saying is, whoever's come to this dunya, come to this world, the naam nahi chete rakhya. Guruji is asking us that question now. We do our matha tekte to Bani, but we have to understand what the Bani is saying as well. Right? So the Bani is saying, if we did naam nahi chete rakhya, wo jagat te kalle aaya. Why we come here? Guruji says, "E manas janam dulamb hai." Because e manas janam, this human birth, it is absolutely rare. It's a precious thing. But naam bina birtha sab jaye. Guru says, naam to bagair, it's just going to be wasted. But hun batte har naam na bijiyo agge bhukha kya khaye. Now Guruji gave a very simple metaphor, because you plant something here, jida farmer plant nahi karda. He plants something and something grows, then he eats it. Doesn't plant it, nothing going to grow, and can't eat anything. Guruji gave the very same example. You haven't planted it while you're here. Again, when you go to next dunya, he goes, "Ki khana utte?" Because the you plant here, utte bij ethe da bij utte khana. Man mukhanu fir janam hai nanak har paye. Man mukhanu janam. So Guru is saying, if you become that thing that's forgotten, that naam, unu manumukh ginaya janda in Bani vich. The manumukh means manda follow kale. Guru didn't listen to what the Guru was saying. Manmukha nu fir janam hai nanak har paye. Guru Nanak says, "E pana hai Maharaj da." But Nanak, so that translation can be translated differently. We won't go into that now. When we come to this dunya, so the ultimate goal kiya. And now we took the Ram Naam Ur Main Gayo Jaake Samne Hi Koe Jeh Simrat Sankat Mite Dars Toharo Hoy. Guruji in Slok Mela Noma, when we come to the Gurdwara on Sundays and the Pog, when we say Pog, this Slok, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, this Slok, this Slok is the last Slok And Guruji says, Ram Naam or मैं गए हो जाके सामने ही कोई. Because Ram Naam हिरदे विच वसा लिया जिन्होंने. That means the thing is just happening by itself, or it's there where you remember it as much as it's simple to remember it. He said, जिन्हें ऐथे वसा ले, the ones who enshrined it, there's nothing equal to Naam. Nothing equal. If you read Gurbani saying the person who's enshrined it as well, or they lage, there's nothing equal to them either. But with this Simran, the Guru says you get his darshan as well. In this Simran that we're doing, he's